Yo, this is your boy D Junior 718 coming at you live with the part 2 of FIFA Ultimate Team Pink Slips Division. So ultimately what makes this a Pink Slips Division, if you've been watching my other video, is that ultimately we'll be going down the divisions, and if we lose even one game we will discard our best player. Can we do it all the way to the top? Right now we're actually on a good form. We're up 4 games. And then we've only drawn 1 and we've lost none. We're heading into Division 9, but let me just summarize a recap of what happened on the last episode. Take it away, FIFA. Alrighty, boys, so our first game ended up in a 2-0 win for us, and he ultimately got disconnected towards the end. As for our second game, it ended a little bit more like this. We got a penalty, and then it also ended 2-0. And then for our third game, we ended up in a 2-2 draw. For our fourth game, we were able to win it 4-0 comfortably. And then for our fifth game of the season, we ultimately disconnected and we got the win. Alrighty, now we're coming into the Division 9, very comfortable, winning 4 games and only drawing 1. Let's see how we do our next game. Alrighty, boys, this is our first game of the Division 9. We were playing against a guy named Gimes, and we were playing a guy where he was playing a 4-3-3. Looks very solid team. He had Gabriel Jesus joined, accompanied with Sanae and William, and this was a very tough game, and you guys are about to see why it was a tough game for me. So the game started out comfortably for me. You already know, connecting a nice bit of passes, and then you already know how he does. Our main guy up top, which is Bobo, he scored the first goal, and you guys are probably wondering, how is this a hard game for me? You just said it was a hard game. Well, guys, you guys have to keep seeing to see what happens next. Alrighty, well, right there we already get a nice connection with Bobo and Bernard. Bernard tries to do his shimmy there, shimmy right there, and then he scores to the top left. But then you're still wondering, why is this a hard game, guys? Well, you're about to see why. Roll the clip, FIFA. Alrighty, so ultimately the whole game was basically all this. Foul after foul, and he's ultimately right there just got a yellow and a red, and then he fouls me again. He's already got 4 yellows and a red. What more can you expect? And then that's how the half ended. It ended at 2-0, but then he just kept on fouling throughout the whole game. Look, 1 foul after another foul, and then another foul, and out of all of those fouls he only gets 1 yellow card. What the hell? And then to top it all off, he gets 1 breakaway towards the end of my goal, and he gets the goal. You know what? After that, I was like, you know what? I got tired of playing with this dude. I was like, it's time to turn up the heat. So you know what I did? I shimmy to there, shimmy there, and then we got 1 goal. But you know what? I wasn't done there. We got another goal. And you know what? I still wasn't done there. I got 1 more play to go, and we got 3 goals. 5-1. And then after all those goals, I was like, alright, he's finally learned his lesson. He will stop fouling me, and then, for fuck's sakes, he got another yellow. He just doesn't learn. Alrighty. But then ultimately this game was very frustrating. Luckily it finally ended, and it finally ended 5-1. We got the win, boys. I mean, it was really frustrating. We got the 3 points, but it was not worth playing FIFA like that. Let's get on to the next game. Alrighty, boys, before we even get on to the next game, we were having some difficulties with our right back position, so we went for a guy named Santos from Brazil. Alrighty, and this is how our team was looking like after we got Santos, the right back. He's a silver Brazilian player. And then afterwards, we also decided to fix our second team, just in case our A team actually got a little bit injured, or if they needed to rest just a little bit. Alrighty, and now we continue on to the next game. Alrighty, and that's indeed what we did. We started off our second game with the B team. Try to ultimately give the A team some rest and try to get ready for maybe the next couple of games or towards the end of the season. Let's go to our next game. Let's get it, boys. Alrighty guys, and we did find another game. We were playing with a guy with a 4-3-3 formation. Very pacey team. He had Sane and Salah on the team. And then Bakayoko, which is one of the most used midfielders in FIFA Ultimate Team. Ultimately, this game was very entertaining. A lot of goals. And you guys will just have to see the result. Now, take it away, FIFA. Alrighty, well, this is how it went down, yo. Alright, so first we connected some good passes going 1-2 all the way to the defense, squaring it back to Ciso. Got the first goal of the game. We're already 1 up. After that, it didn't really take much for them to connect, and they already tied it up 1-1. And then, you know what I did there? I was like, nah, you ain't doing that. So we came up with the 2-1. And then I still wasn't done there, so I came up with the 3-3-3-3-3-1, Hemi, and then that is how ultimately the first half ended. Alrighty, second half was about to kick off. We're already starting good, connecting very well, going through the defense like agua, and you already know what we did. We got that 4-1. And guys, after that result, I felt on top of airs. I was like, nah, we can do this again. So we went round 2 for 2 with the bench squad, because you already know we were feeling confident winning that first game. So now we're going 2 for 2. Alrighty, this is the opponent that we got. They already starting off with a 4-3-3, looking solid with that full pink on squad and some informed players. Let's see how we get it. Take it away, FIFA. Alrighty guys, this was a very entertaining game. As right now in the 30th minute, CO finds a nice run. He makes a run, he makes a nice shimmy, and then he scores for the easy 1-0. Alrighty, and then it doesn't end there. There was some nice passes going around my team. Everybody finds everybody, but it ultimately finds CO to Bernardo Silva, and then you already know we got the sweaty goal for the 2-0. But if you think that's it for the game, you must stick around for the second half, because a lot of interesting things have happened. In the 57th minute, my defense decides to foul Bakayoko, and then we have a penalty. Dembele goes for the penalty, and he shoots it in the center, and we have a 1-2-1. Then in the 61st minute, my defender cannot catch up with Dembele, and then he crosses it over for Payet, who Payet ricochets the blast inside the goal. Nothing my goalkeeper can do, and we have a 2-2. But you know what? I am D Junior 718, and I know I could do it. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We went beast mode. In the 75th minute, we find mixes passes in the opposition half, who ultimately finds Reneke for the sweaty goal, and we ultimately have a 3-2. But you know what? Beast mode found itself in the opposition's favor, and he got to go back all on his own for the easy Payet. Payet finds Dembele for the favor, and he crosses it, and then Dembele scores for the 3-3. This was an entertaining game, but ultimately we could not find the result. So now we're going back to our roots, sending out the A team to show the B team how it's really done. Alrighty boys, just to get you updated on how the A team is doing, we ultimately got Mendes in the center defensive mid position, and this is how he will slot in into the team. He will make a nice acquisition. Welcome to the team, lad. Now let's get these wins, boys. Alrighty boys, and we did find an opponent. This opponent is playing with a 4-5-1 formation. He's playing with 2 great center backs in Varane and Bailey. Let's see if we can get this win, boys. Now again, take it away, FIFA. Alrighty boys, so this was a hard game starting from the get-go. We already started in the 11th minute of the game. We find some nice passes. You already know the tiki-taka status. And eventually we find Rafinha, who slotted it in for the bottom left corner for the 1-0. And to tell y'all the truth, nothing really happened after that. We just stayed 1-0 and on to the second half. Alrighty, starting the second half, I guess he learned a little something from the Tiki-Taka King himself. And you know what? He finished it exactly the same way I did, and with scores with Barty. Alrighty, boys, and just to tell y'all the truth, this game was really not at all that interesting. That was just it. It was the 1-1, and that's how we finished it. I couldn't find his spaces through his defense. He couldn't find any through mine, and eventually it was just ending in a draw and 1-1 result. At this rate, I was feeling kind of down, you know. We can't find that win after 2 draws, so you know what? I had to unleash the inner beast mode to find the wins and grind out and ultimately get the results to get promoted. Alrighty, boys, we found that 5th game of the Division 9. We're playing with a guy with a 4-1-2-1-2. It looks like a really doable game, but you guys will just have to wait and see what happens in this episode. Take it away, FIFA!
Hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room.
Alrighty, and in the 16th minute of the match, we find a fair bit of nice passes connecting one and then the other, doing that tiki-taka all the way, and to the left we find Tyson for the low finish, and we're up 1-0, boys. But shortly after, our lead did not last long as they found in a throw-in in the 20th minute, connecting very well and getting through my defense, and my defense just got no response to that, and then it was just 1-1. Alrighty, and then we were not done yet. We were able to find a nice bit of passes, and then we were doing the tiki-taka to the right-hand side, finding Bernard, and Bernard finishes with a hard bullet shot to the left bottom corner. We're up 2-1, boys. Alrighty, well, this was a very interesting half for the both of us. We kept fighting, but ultimately the half ended 2-1. And then the second half kicked off, and then it ended. Yeah, the second half wasn't all that interesting. It was more like watching paint dry, to be honest. Y'all don't want to see that. Well, but ultimately we got the win. And now we're on to the next game. Let's see if we can get out these wins, boys. One more win and we're into Division 8. Let's do it. Alrighty, now we kick off probably our last game of the season. If we can grind out a win, we're going to continue with our A team. Let's see who we get. Alrighty, we were able to find an opponent. Let's see what this opponent has in store for us. Can we win this game to secure our division title, or are we going to have to leave it to the last game? So this person plays with a 4-3-3, and it's looking like a very possible game. You guys will just have to stay tuned to see if we can actually get that win to secure the division title. Let's do it.
Hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room.
Alrighty, well, this game was a bunch of missed shots, and another missed shot, and then another missed shot. Eventually, I thought I was probably not going to score, up until Bobo found Bernard, and then he scored one, tucked one right into the right corner, but ultimately we had to struggle for those goals. These teams just keep missing and missing, and I don't know if we're going to even get another goal. And then the game was not changing to our favor. They kept blocking shots, and then another blocked shot, until eventually we actually had a good-ass play from Neto. Neto back to Bobo, Bobo back to Bernard, and then for that easy low-tucked finish into the right-hand corner. But overall, this game has been pretty much me all game. And y'all probably think I would be lying when I say this, but that was his only shot of the game. Alright, and then eventually this whole blocking thing curse is still continuing. Alrighty, and that was the end of the half, and you think I was lying, but really, this game has been all me. He's only had one shot. We've ultimately taken possession of the whole game. We've taken more shots than him, and we still can't finish by more goals. And then we started a new challenge called breaking the back wall, and then breaking even more the back wall, and then eventually he did have a shot, But we were just on a new challenge of hitting all the birds. And then trying to break that wall. And then again with more birds. And then it was just gotten to the point where eventually it was just going on and on and on. And then my opponent was just so tired of it. He was like, save the walls, save the birds. And he just decided to quit. Eventually he quit. We got the result. We got the win. We eventually now are moving up in the divisions. We've passed through Division 8, undefeated through Divisions 10 and 9. And now we're heading on to a new challenge, which is called Division 8. Alrighty, let's see if we can actually get those wins. Let's see if we can do the same in Division 8. Let's keep it going. Alrighty, boys. Well, this has been your boy D Junior 718. Thank you for watching the second part of my FIFA 18 Pink Slips division. It has been a blast, and if you enjoyed, again, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace.